Hello, this is Jack Thomas, founding director of the Web Insurance Network, or the WIN Group. If you're looking to invest in the most powerful drip system, you are welcome to call us at 513-662-7000. Now today, in this training video, we are going to discuss how to set up a campaign in a step sequence. So we've already logged into our system. So the very first step that we're going to take is we're going to click on our autopilot section. This is where our campaigns are contained. And we're going to click on Add Sequence. So let's go ahead and do that right now. So we've clicked on Add Sequence, and the very first step that we want to take is we want to give a name for this sequence of this campaign. So what are we going to call this particular campaign that we're setting up? Well, this is for a client, and this is actually a car insurance campaign, so we're going to name it Car Insurance Campaign. So we're going to go ahead and pause the video and go ahead and type in the information right here. Okay, now I've went ahead and typed in, given the campaign a name. So this is Car Insurance Strip Campaign. We place it in the name, the public name, and the public description. You'll also notice at the top we have a couple different options that we can choose. We can unsubscribe contact after last step. We can run this sequence on the weekdays only, or show on unsubscribe page. So we're not going to worry about those steps at this moment. So the first thing that we want to do is go ahead and add an email to this particular campaign. So we click on Add Email right here, and then you're going to notice that it pops up a scheduled step. So this particular step, since it's the very first email, it's going to be done immediately. So in this individual campaign email, you want to make sure that it's set at 0 days after previous step. Now, the next section right here, you notice, is asking how frequently you want this to run. Normally, most agencies or businesses may only be open Monday through Friday, so we're going to unselect Saturday and Sunday. And since the first email is going to go out immediately, you'll notice that it gives you an option here when to send. So do you want to send it immediately? Do you want to send it 2 hours later, 90 minutes, 60 minutes, 15 minutes, or you can specify an exact time when that campaign is going to go out. So we're going to unselect Saturday and Sunday. We want this particular email to go out immediately. Now, the next section you're going to notice is your creation of your email. Now, what's interesting about the Office Autopilot system and the Send Pepper system is that you can have 4 different messages for split testing. In this instance, we're not going to use that right now, but what we want to do is we want to go ahead and scroll down to your what you see is what you get editor. Now, this is where we're going to go ahead and type in or input the message. Now, in this situation, we've already pre-written the email message. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and copy that information, and this information was previously inputted in Microsoft Word. So I've went ahead and copied that. Now, instead of directly pasting that message directly into your editor here, what you want to do is you want to go ahead and click on the Paste from Word option that you see right here. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll go ahead and click on that. And then right here, we're going to paste in the content of the Microsoft Word file. Now, the reason why you want to take this step is because Microsoft Word embeds hidden codes within its copy that you type into the processor, and that can play havoc with this software. So you want to go ahead and do that, and you hit the OK button, and you're going to notice that it's went ahead and inputted that information into the editor here. Now, what we need to do right now is we need to go ahead and make some adjustments. Now, you'll notice it says hi, the name of prospect. We're going to go ahead and remove that, so I'm going to delete that very quickly. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to embed the prospect's name. So you'll see hi, and then you scroll down just a little bit in your editor, And you'll notice right here you see contact ID. So we're going to click on the field form that we want to use. So we're going to click on first name. And then what we're going to do is we're going to click insert merge field. Now what you'll notice is that it inserted the first name. So when this particular prospect receives this email, if the prospect's name is Joe, it'll say, "Hi Joe," and then that makes the email a little bit more personal. Now what we're going to also need to do at this time is to adjust the content in the editor here. So we're going to do that right now. Okay, so we've made some adjustments on the copy here. So as you can see, it doesn't, when you paste it in from another word processor, it doesn't exactly go smooth, or do it in the same format as the word processor. So we've done that. Now what we can also do is we can actually change the types of font and the size of the content. So what we're going to do is we're going to do that right now. We're going to highlight all of this copy here, and we're going to change it to the font Arial, and then let's make the size 16 points, so it's a little bit bigger, or you can make it 14, your choice, and you'll see that it's changed the size of the font. Now what we can also do to highlight the copy is we can actually use a highlighter. Now what we're going to do is we're going to highlight this right here, this particular heading here, and you click right here on your highlighter, and you can see you can have different colors of highlight. So we can click right there, and now that's highlighted that text. Okay, and so we're going to scroll down just a little bit more because we're going to highlight one other section. And so we're going to highlight the PS here. So we're going to click that right there. We're going to highlight that. Okay, now that text is highlighted. Now, what you will notice also is the hyperlinks. Now, it's really important to make sure that you correctly do the hyperlinks. So let's test this real quick. Now, we formatted this correctly in Microsoft Word, but go ahead and highlight the hyperlink. And then you're going to go right up to the hyperlink section where you can determine if the link is correct. So you click right here for link, and then the link is correct. So if you wanted to change that link, you can do that right here and hit the OK button. So the link was already pre-formatted in Microsoft Word, so we're good to go right there. Now, we're not finished yet. Okay, so what we have to do, the next step that we have to do is we need to copy this section into this section. The reason why you do that is because some email programs do not use HTML. So you have to copy this in a format in the event the email system does not accept HTML. So you're going to click right here, and you'll notice that it's went ahead and copied all that text. All right. Now the next step we're going to take is we're going to need to create a subject line, and we need to know where this email is coming from. So we can either have a custom email, and so you can put the custom email right here. So who's this going to come from? Send out name. So we're gonna use the agency owner. So we're going to use her name. And then we're going to also use the reply to email. So this would be the email that she wishes this to come from. So if her email address is, and I apologize, I'm going to have to put the video on pause for a moment because I don't have the email address that we're going to use here. So I'm going to put the video on pause for just a moment while I gather her email address. Okay, I've went ahead and typed her email address in. This is her email address that we're using with her drip system. Now the next the step we need to take is we need to add the subject line of the email. So what we normally do is we're going to incorporate some elements of the email message within the email itself. And I'm also going to show you a little bit of a trick that we use to increase click-through rates. So basically this first email being sent out to a prospect is someone who has requested a quote on car insurance. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to copy the name of the prospect, and we're going to incorporate that into the subject line. So we're going to paste that there. And so basically it's going to paste the subject name's first name into the email subject line. So it's going to say whatever the person's name is. Thank you very much for requesting a car insurance quote from our agency. So that's going to personalize it. Now, we're not finished yet. There's 2 additional steps that we have to take. To save your work, you have to come down to the bottom and hit the save button, save step. And then what it's going to do, it's going to give you a spam score index. So according to this 2.2, it's fine. So you're going to hit save step. But we're not yet finished. And the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to save the sequence. So you click Save Sequence, and now this initial campaign has been created. At least the first email in this campaign has been created. And so very important for you to take those steps that I mentioned. So we're going to go back in, and you can click the Edit Sequence right here. And now we can click on this email, and we can make adjustments if we need to make adjustments on the sequence. So, but most importantly, you have to click Save Step and then Save Sequence for any changes. Because if you don't take either one of those actions, it's not going to save the changes that you made. So basically keep that in mind as you do that. So this is an example of how you add a email to your campaign. And for additional steps, you simply click on Add Email, and then your next step can be based on what your predetermined parameters are for your campaign for that step. And so this is how you do a basic campaign in the Office Autopilot system. And if you are not yet a client of our company and you're interested in purchasing or considering or discussing the done-for-you systems, please feel free to call us at 513-662-7000.